Let me remember which buttons are which. Oh, let me fix something really quick. Technical difficulties. Had all this time to prepare and was not prepared.
I was too busy talking about Pop-Tarts being a sandwich.
Hey, it was a very important discussion that was brought to us by one of our viewers, so.
I just like hardcore slapped my Yeti. Oops.
You know, considering the Yeti is a mythical animal, probably not good to slap him. So there we go. We're finally ready. Are you ready, Mr. Nation?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, begin. And we're into game number 1 of the Gold Cap semifinals, spawning on the bottom side of the map. Oh, I didn't actually start the thing. I'm sorry, I'm still at 0. I'll give you a second to go back.
Oh, backspace pause. Okay.
I wasn't tabbed in apparently. I hit pause on my stream, which luckily isn't bound to anything. But okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. That time we actually hit play. So on the bottom side of the map for game number 1 is going to be the Vipers. In the top lane, it's Shadesy playing Ornn. In the jungle, it's I'm a Gay Robot playing Udyr. Jervil substituting in the mid lane playing Annie. And in the bottom lane, we got an interesting combination of Roche playing Pantheon and Droopy the Clown playing Pyke.
And on the red side of this game, we're gonna have dude. Where's my ELO? King Galax on the Cho'Gath top. EFAM on the Wukong in the jungle. Early invade here. We got Lucky on the Xerath mid, and we've got Rich Kid 88 and Constant Stutter on the Lucian and Rakan.
So it's already spotted out by Dude, Where's My ELO? The ward in the tri-bush plus Lucky standing near the red. They should have full awareness, basically, of where the enemy team are. Jervil has already stacked up his passive. Well, he didn't quite stack up his passive. He doesn't have that stun. Now he has it available. I think that was the idea behind the level 1 cheese, but not going to quite work out for them. I know I have questions about this lineup for Vipers. My quick 5 minutes of research before this stream showed me that Jervil is also a jungle main and has played like 6 times the amount of Udyr as any other champion in ranked this season. So I hesitate a little bit on why you would put Jervil on the Annie and I'm a Gay Robot on the Udyr. Why you wouldn't swap them and have Gay Robot playing something a little bit more comfortable for him in the mid lane. On top of that, they also have Roche in the bottom lane, who's been their jungler the last couple of weeks. He's playing the bot lane carry Pantheon.
I was gonna mention like the early invade did force Lucky to start his W, so we won't have like a super early shove on the Annie there. But Annie also had to start her W to prep the stun.
Gay Robot is in the jungle of EFAM right now and hanging around. There's a ward on the blue buff, but now Constant Stutter sliding over just to make sure the Udyr's not going anywhere. But Droopy and Roche are looking for Rich Kid. They're going to find him for first blood. So the support kind of abandoning his AD carry to go ahead and... Oh, the flash not over the wall from Gay Robot. He'll go down. There's a lot to digest there in just a couple of seconds of action. Oh, another Bone Skewer going to land on EFAM. He's level 2. Roche is also level 2. It looks like they don't want the trade anymore. So, to quickly recap, there was an invade by the Udyr. He had a ward at the blue buff, was able to spot EFAM. However, you can't invade without shoving lanes, and Pantheon doesn't shove, really. So he gets caught and collapsed on by this support. However, that leaves his Lucian by himself against Pyke and Pantheon, and they take advantage of that. I don't know.
Yeah, the Lucian kind of did respect the Pyke Pantheon and stepped forward and then up the river, allowing them to get free engages. However, Fusion, or not Fusion, wow. Viper's bottom lane used all 4 of their summoners just to kill Rich Kid.
Shadesy working on some trades back. Gay Robot is here in top lane. He's still only level 2 after the death. Lands the Tiger Stance strikes, and King Galax is forced to flash away early. Yeah, this is going to be a super interesting bottom lane, I think. Oh, they're going to engage on Roche immediately. Jumps in with the Aegis, and now Roche will pick up a second kill. Constant Starter trades it back with an auto attack. Meanwhile, I'm a Gay Robot trying to get another gank down in mid. Lands the bear stance for the stun, just tearing through with it. But the Arcano Pulse almost picks up Jervil to get minions almost enough as well. Lucky's going to survive after burning his flash. Jervil forced to flash as well. The pressure from Gay Robot early on has been pretty good, but he's getting really behind in experience.
I feel like he should have had 2 kills if he hadn't had to do that invade and blow flash up early.
Yeah. That's the number 1 rule of invading, by the way, is make sure that your lanes can respond before your opponents. So if you have shoving lanes, good to invade. Don't have shoving lanes, maybe don't do it. Especially early on. But we've seen pretty good awareness from both teams being able to collapse around the small objectives that have been available. I don't know what that ward was over the wall, but lucky. I'm gonna go ahead and auto attack it down. But we're sitting at 2-2, just a small advantage so far for Dude Where's My ELO. And EFAM's looking for a gank in top lane. Rupture's not going to land, but he does get the Feral Scream for the silence. Shadesy forced to flash away. Now look at the CS difference that's developing in mid lane. Do you want to talk a little bit about the Xerath Annie matchup while we have a second?
Normally the deficit's not this bad, but Annie starting W rather than Q doesn't get the super easy level 1 CS.
Gay Robot's back in mid, just trying to get a little bit of room to breathe for Jervil.
Anyway, this is not generally a favorable matchup for the Annie anyway. If she gets in and is able to nuke him 6, that's about all she might ever really get. But normally Xerath shouldn't be in range, except for like a complete like flash, maybe a flash proto belt Tibbers.
Yeah, the Arcana Pulse coming through for a lot of damage. Lucky is 6. We'll see if he opens up the cannon. He doesn't actually need to. He's just going to pick up the kill with the Arcana Pulse. The solo kill in mid lane for seriously Lucky. Vipers have been able to shove in that bottom lane with the Pantheon Pike, so now they'll go ahead and turn on the Earth Dragon. But
yeah, Lucky's got himself in an extremely good position here. As a Earth player myself, should be... Oh.
Constant Starter goes in just to try to steal the dragon, maybe a little bit cheeky on the Battle Dance. Not going to pick it up, although Roche now might have overcommitted. Does he have flash available? He doesn't, so he's just going to go down in the pit. The Bone Skewer over the wall from Droopy, like, man, I'm trying to help, but eh. But that kill will go over to Constant Stutter, and maybe a little bit of lane pressure back for Dude Where's My ELO.
Yeah, the Pantheon might have a couple kills, but he's falling down in CS, and with that death, we'll definitely notice a lead sort of develop, or at least everything will stay balanced. About right now, 100 gold difference between the two. I use the term loosely, but the two carries in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I am kind of curious what you plan to do with the Pantheon pick. Like, it seems like something, sure, you can stop lane pretty hard with it, but normally his strength, well, this might be bad for Shadesy as he's getting auto-attacked down by King Galax. The Feast wasn't quite there. It wasn't in range, I guess, for King Galax just yet. But normally your strength of Pantheon is you hit level 6, and you can just man-drop really aggressively in bot lane and pick up 2 free kills. But you're already in bot lane. So do you take it mid and get just the 1? But that's pretty expected because, hey, your bottom lane, you're in this box, you're easy to ward. So I don't know how that's going to really play out as the game goes on. Jervil and Constant Stutter have found each other in the bush, and the right of the arcane over the top from Seriously Lucky will pick up his 3rd kill of the game.
Nicely done. Constant Stutter with the with the Battle Dance. His Battle Dance for his W, right?
It's Grand Entrance is the W.
Grand Entrance. It's anyway, like it's kind of hard to miss a target that can't move. So nicely timed between the R from Lucky.
Yeah,
And then
good synergy developed throughout the season we've seen from Lucky and Constant Stutter. Now Gay Robot, here's the big man drop coming in. The Grand Skyfall into the Aegis of Zionia for the kill for Roche.
Lucky did hold on to his flash there. Could have possibly used it earlier if he saw the man thigh drop.
Also, I just looked up Pantheon's ability names on my phone. That's what some of that silence was. Just gonna throw that out there. How dumb is Aegis of Zionia as a ability name, though?
I mean, what's Sionia? Obviously, it's something with Targon, but
I mean, I guess. I don't have the lore background. Ricombo coming out from Constant Stutters. He locks up both of them. Rich Kid gonna go ahead and unleash the culling through the bush. Roche and Droopy forced to flash away. He's got just a tick of health, but the double shot will pick it up. Tiver's not able to connect on the stun, but Roche will pick it up with the spear throw. Now in the top lane, EFAM cyclones in plus the feast for the kill. So trade across the map is a 1-for-1, as Constant Stutter got out of there somehow without using flash. I'm gonna add, but a lot of single target knockup coming out of a lot of single target lockup, excuse me, coming out of Vipers means that they are gonna have trouble killing off. I think really have trouble killing off people in big team fights unless they can somehow chain, like summon Tibbers into some Ornn combo.
yeah, I mean, most of their, as you mentioned, most of their CC is just gonna be point and click.
Droopy comes in, Ghost Water Dive plus the Bone Skewer. He does a decent chunk with the Electrocute, but now they've left the Pantheon by himself in bottom lane, and this is exactly the reverse of what happened earlier, as Constant Stutter is now 3-0-3. He's on a killing spree on the Rakan.
Bedricon might as well build AP.
Ghost Water Dive coming over the wall from Droopy to Clown. It's going to force Lucky away into the jungle. The Flash Bear Slap coming in from I'm a Gay Robot, and he'll tear him to shreds with the Tiger's Dance for his first kill of the game. Gay Robot finally on the board after we've seen him be very aggressive through that mid lane so far. He's been paying a lot of attention to trying to get Jervil back into the game. Droopy just trying to buy time for his turret. Grand Skyfall almost available. It's just a couple of seconds off now. Rich Kid and Constant Stutter are poked up. Is this the big sequence where we're going to see it be worthwhile? Roche actually doesn't land on anybody, but it doesn't matter as the X marks the spot and Droopy to Clown picks up the kill. X marks the spot.
That was like insta use of this Grand Skyfall, so
yeah, it's good to see that they're using that on cooldown. They really need to try to snowball any lead that they can get with this team. They are behind pretty significantly right now, so if they can chain a couple of those together, they could definitely get right back into it. There's the first tower falling in the game. That'll help just a little bit. They're still 2,000 gold behind, but it's not completely out of the question at this point. So now you have the... Oh, we're going to have Droopy coming in mid lane as well as Roche. Roche, of course, not camouflaged, so that's not the sneakiest person you've ever seen walk in. The Thunder Thighs from Pantheon really not paying off there. King Galax and Shadesy really not showing any respect for each other as the Rupture lands. He doesn't have Feast available just yet. Gay Robot steals away the blue buff, but he immediately pays for it with his life.
it's an interesting time to go for an invade like that. Just with the Ocean Dragon did just spawn. It is just an Ocean Dragon.
Roche comes over the wall. A Heartseeker strike on Rich Kid's tearing him apart, but the return damage from Constant Stutter and Rich Kid is gigantic. Now Rite of the Arcane coming over the top lanes. 1, misses 2, hits number 3. The barrier forced out of Jervil. He's so low. Can they catch him? Just the decoy to try to get that little bit of extra distance from EFAM. Battle Dance coming through as well as the Grand Entrance, but Lucky just walks through the tower on the other side with the Arcano Pulse to pick up the kill. They also pick up mid-turret.
King Galax also solo killed Shadesy up in the top lane?
Yeah, I guess that just happened off of directed camera. I don't know that he even had to commit Feast. Oops, sorry, I hit the... There we go. I don't know that he even had Feast to commit to that fight, so that's kind of a little bit of a head scratcher. He might have feasted him. I guess we could check on the stacks. How many stacks does he have? He's got 4 and 1 from a champion. Okay, so Feast was off cooldown. He ate it. There, we'll analyze that fight for you. Rift Herald is already summoned. Oh, it's here in bottom lane. I don't know how I missed that on the minimap. But that's going to be a dead turret. In exchange, they're going to go ahead and man drop. This is a 2v3, though. Roche still wants it. Droopy's going to help commit to it as well. The Ghost Water Dive comes and stuns up 2, but they don't have the damage to turn anything. And now Droopy's just getting red buff down. I don't know about the death from below there, but they lost the bottom tower, and they're losing a lot of damage on the inner tower as well. So now it's a 14 kill to 6 advantage. You just invested your 2, I don't want to say big ultimates, but the 2 that you'll key the most on, the Death from Below and the Grand Skyfall. What plan do you have as Vipers, or is this already pretty much we're going to look to go next?
With their really early game team comp, I guess, between the bottom lane, you probably are considering next, or what's a more legit bottom lane to run?
Yeah. Right of the Arcane coming over the top. I guess it's not going to kill him because we're not going to watch it.
It was canceled. Pike was in the area, so he canceled it.
Okay. Well, here comes the Hammer Boy bouncy time. It's going to knock up King Galax. Do they have the damage to actually chew through him? The Tiger Stance will eventually do some damage. The tick down, but the Rupture going to go ahead and try to pop the Righteous Glory, but you can't run away with that. The slow not able to land. The Bone Skewer lands from Droopy to Clown, and he'll pick it up with the Electrocute proc. Meanwhile, Grand Entrance on the other side will find I'm a Gay Robot as he tries to exit the fight, so it's a 1-for-1 so far. Rich Kid still in pursuit. They can see the Pike. Bone Skewer lands, throws Rich Kid into the turret, forces the flash away. Cyclone. Oh, the knockups on Shadesy just getting him through, and the drive-by culling from Rich Kid picks up the kill.
What I was going to say earlier, before all the fun stuff happened top lane, the Annie went with the early Mobies.
Flash forward from Derval, lands the stun plus the summon Tibbers. Tibbers is angry trying to chase him down, but he's not going to pick up the kill. Teleport being channeled by King Galax just to send Annie away. Arcano Pulse over the wall doesn't connect. Tibbers gets eaten. Grand Skyfall coming in here in top lane. They're trying for the 2v2. Focusing down Rich Kid. He's able to heal back through it. Turret goes down as well. They've almost turned it. It's a 1-for-1. The teleport coming in now from Shadesy. He doesn't have the Call of the Forge God available, though.
Unstoppable support Rakan.
Yeah,
5-0 and 8 there.
5-0 and 8.
Anyway, third time might be the charm. Annie with the super early Mobius really only uses Mobius to get back to lane, or like she has roam bottom a couple times, but it's basically already been after the action's done.
Yeah, I'm also curious. The items that are in the inventory, that's a Rod of Ages, is it not?
Yeah, it's definitely a rod.
Is it worth buying a Rod of Ages at 18 minutes? King Galax is trying to 1v3. He's going to get bone skewered in. Right of the Arcane over the top, trying to pick off Derval. Misses all 4 shots even. But King Galax is a tanky boy, and he's just going to walk out. Lucky kind of collapsed upon. He gets knocked up. He gets stunned. That's a huge Rupture, though, from King Galax, the 4-man knockup, as they're trying to turn it back around. I don't know that they can take the fight just yet without Rich Kid there. But now with 4 members back around, Bone Skewer pulls in King Galax. They will stun him up. Shadesy trying to return some damage. Goes ahead and uses the Searing Charge just to knock him back. But the Rakambo coming through and constant stutter. He's got 6 kills now.
Yeah, Rakan is 50 gold shy of Pantheon's gold. So one is a carry, one is a support.
Not really sure which one's which, honestly. That's a combo that comes through. King Galax is the beneficiary of that. EFAM wants to go deep, trying to pick up Gay Robot, but he's actually going to get stunned up by the bear stance and taken down. Droopy now in a lot of trouble, as he'll try to dive forward just to get that little bit of distance after hitting the the dash off death from below, but not to be as Rich Kid picks up his 6th kill, finally tying his support for number of kills in this game. Well, now he's ahead. There we go. Call of the Forge God comes out, does knock up the Cho'Gath under turret. That's not really the target that they want, as Gay Robot really paying for it over the wall as Lucky just lands his whole combo into him. Grand Skyfall now being channeled as Roche comes in. Will pick up the kill on Lucky. That burst damage isn't negligible at this point, but man, this is rough from draft to execution to everything. It doesn't feel like Vipers have had really much breathing room in this game.
But they got their blue buff back.
They got their blue buff. Yeah, still no Rod of Ages for Annie, by the way. We'll keep updated on how that stacks up.
That is a Mountain Drake coming up in 10.
Yeah. My original idea when I'd asked you about how they were going to get back in the game is just to put Gay Robot in a side lane and let him do his thing. Keep your other 4 grouped up. But like, I don't even know that that's a possibility at this point. I don't think he can 1v1 the Cho'Gath or the Lucian. He might be able to get Xerath.
Might be able to get Xerath if Lucky misses his skill shots, but even then what Lucky would do if he was the one that's dedicated to the side wave is just simply clear the wave and back up.
Right. Earth Dragon started up. EFAM's here. He's got the Smite plus the Feast available. Bone Skewer over the wall just to try to steal it, it looks like. Didn't connect. They'll go ahead and draw it out. Ghost Water Dive through. This is really early. Oh my goodness, he just popped. And the rest of the team to follow is Roche already down as well. Shadesy now gets dashed onto, slowed up by the Vorpal Spikes, and Azir's Lucky will pick up the kill over the top with the Arcanopulse.
I mean, I'm a Gay Robot is doing the, what you said, just running up in the side lanes, probably screaming gates because he's some Udyr, but that's when the dragon was up.
Yeah, he's currently gatesing. He's going to get that tower, for sure. He also has the most farm on his team as well, which is still below all 4 farming members of Dude, Where's My ELO, but has the most farm on his team. The Udyr is successfully Udyring, I would say.
Curious to see what Lucky's going to do with that build. The Needless Blasting one is normally would be the old indicator for removing Death Cap, but that's not the build path anymore.
I don't know what Spellbinder builds out of. It's not that, though, is it?
It's Needless and Aether Wisp.
AP items. Here, we are going to get to see the 1v1 we were talking about earlier. I think it might get interrupted, but it's not terrible. I think King Galax wins just because of Feast at the end, but it was a little bit closer than I thought it would be. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to make something happen, and EFAM just says, no, I'm coming in with Cyclone. Rips through him. They're going to win the 2v... Oh, well, not quite. EFAM's gone. Now Shadesy and Roche trying to turn back on Rich Kid. I thought they had all 3. Teleport being channeled by King Galax. I don't know about the man drop just to close that short distance. Rupture lands onto Pantheon now as they will turn it back and get the kill. Rich Kid able to buy enough time with the dash, and now Shadesy uses the Searing Charge to get a little bit of distance. Rupture not able to connect, but he'll flash and dash through. Another flash. Everybody has flash up. Meanwhile, Lucky and Constant Stutter are just taking down the inner turret in top lane.
So I think before the teleport was channeled, King Galax actually, I don't know if he solo killed, but I'm a Gay Robot definitely died, and Feast was used during that.
Yeah. Rich Kid now unstoppable as he picks up a kill underneath the turret. They're diving through. They have no fear of the Summon Tibbers, especially because it's on cooldown. Gay Robot now tearing through Seriously Lucky as he's found a target on the other side of the fight. Constant Stutter knocks him up. It's going to force the team at least to peel back and try to tend to that. Gay Robot is trying his hardest, man. I don't think it's really going to matter. Rich Kid dives through and he will pick it up with the Piercing Light, plus the dash reset, the double kill for the Lucian. And now inhibitor number 1 under fire as well. It's 32-12, and the scaling composition, it has the 32. I am kind of upset that Constant Stutter didn't build any AP after the 7 kills. They're gonna find Droopy. The Ghostwater Dive coming through. Oh, they have the Cyclone available. Ephraim just flashes into the tower to get the extra knockups. Jervil takes a bit of poke from the Lucian, but he will survive for now. Shadesy misses the Ornn ultimate. Roche comes in, will pick up the kill onto Epham. Gay Robot now running away from Rich Kid. That's not exactly the interaction you want to see happen. Rich Kid gets Tipper summoned on him. He's just trying to lifesteal off of Shadesy and Roche, but he'll go down as well. And for now, the base is defended for Vipers.
Most importantly, from this Rod of Ages tracker, Annie completed Rod. I don't know if it was the first or second time during those fights, but definitely had it there as she finally got the one kill.
Just got the
assist.
Just got the 2-minute tick up, so it would have been at like 22:30.
Yes, so that we'd be looking at a 33-minute first item being stacked.
Jervil is found lucky. This is, I mean, that's the range that Jervil wants to engage at, but he's not able to pick up the kill thanks to the Blast Cone. Although Roche over the top, trying to pick off the Rakan, and Rakan able to save his perfect game with the Battle Dance. Right of the Arcane coming through. Roche has the Happy Feet, apparently. Was able to dodge enough of them. The last one did land, but now Righteous Glory and the Feast. Pretty anticlimactic. He hit RN clicked on him. The high Cho'Gath mechanics on display.
So I guess Annie's is probably going Spellbinder second, I guess.
At what minute in this game would the Spellbinder finally be completed, though?
Depends how much farm she's getting out of this.
Ornn Ultimate coming in over the top. They're just going to find Cho'Gath as he's a little bit separated from his team. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. And the Death from Below will pick it up. Rich Kid is solo pushing in the bottom lane, able to pick up one turret. Dude, where's my ELO kind of playing with their food right now? You don't want to play with it too long, but for right now, they're still fine. Shadesy, they're looking to initiate now as the man drop coming through. Will land onto one. Constant Stutter is locked up, but Lucky able to pick off Droopy from the back. Heal coming through, just trying to save him, but the perfect game is over as Constant Stutter's picked off. Epham was just fighting Shadesy on the back end. He's going to go ahead and channel Cyclone to pick up one. He will go down in the process. The right of the Arcane over the top won't grab the Guardian Angel off of Roche. Rich Kid, meanwhile, is just killing turrets still. He's on base duty. Dashes forward, and the culling will pick up the kill onto Gay Robot Roche. The big Pantheon versus Lucian 1v1 we've wanted to see at 27 minutes. We won't actually get to see on camera because Shadesy dashes in on the other side. Lucky's doing a lot of damage. King Galax teleported back in and will pick up the kill on Roche. Lucky's on a killing spree on the other side. Bone Skewer into the fountain does a lot of damage, but Rich Kid survives it. And there's the ace that should finally be the game as well. Going over to Dude, Where's My ELO? Rich Kid, for some reason, is still killing the inhibitor. You got to get all the structures. You get more IP out of the game. No one gonna challenge me on that one? Alright.
No, I was saying there, just think of the old days and the troll, when that was a troll statement.
You get better RNG on your loot box if you kill all the structures. Game 1's gonna go over to Dude, Where's My ELO? It was a pretty definitive stomp, honestly. I think the issues really stemmed from Viper's draft and went into the game with them as well. In case you're wondering, that Aether Wisp built into Shirelia's. Yeah. Yeah, do you have a MVP for me?
We'll give the Constant Stutter. We gotta give some love to the supports. Almost had the perfect game until the super long CC chain near the end.
And even then, he almost survived it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he was able to get them to the point where Rich Kid could take over the game, basically. But the bot lane for Dude, Where's My ELO played really good game outside of the little mishap at like level 2. Uh, so yeah, that's game number 1 going over to Dude, Where's My ELO? We'll be back in just a minute with game number 2. Um, and we'll see if Dude, Where's My ELO can punch their ticket for oh god, I don't want to commit to which land center it's at, but the land final for
It's
League KC.
Novastar, I believe.
Is it Novastar?
I think it's at Novastar this time.
Okay, I've also seen the other one, Sopro, so I'm not sure.
I don't know, but to the final.
That's